Hey, welcome back. The mission of the City of Waco's Police Department is to provide police services with integrity, professionalism, accountability, and respect. Officers preserve life and property and enforce the law with the framework of the Constitution.
That's right. In addition, police officers work in partnership with the community and are good stewards of the public's trust and resources. The men and women in blue who take the oath to protect and serve do so knowing they will perform valuable services that will improve the quality of life for thousands of people. One of those men proudly wearing the badge is Manuel Esqueda, or Manny as he's known by his friends, has learned that being Hispanic is helping him work his beat because he's able to communicate with some people in their native tongue.
It takes a lot of courage to put on this uniform.
Buenas tardes.
Manuel Esqueda of the Waco Police Department never thought he'd have that honor today.
That's not possible. I'm probably going to be something else. Never a police officer. It would have never crossed my mind.
It started out as a joke between him and his brother.
It was at a point where we got the letter, that, hey, you guys are approved for the academy.
And a commitment was made.
You can't turn back now, right? I'm already in here. So, yeah, went through the academy and here I am now.
His family moved back to Mexico when Manuel was just 6 months old, and moving to the States again when he was 7 years old, where his parents and grandparents were migrant farm workers.
He would show me, look, these are the farms that I used to pick oranges, or I used to pick this, or we used to plant lettuce here and that. And it was just nice seeing that now growing up, because I can put myself envision what they used to do and their sacrifice to get us where we're at right now.
Hard work and dedication has been instilled in Manuel, and didn't take long for him to realize his Hispanic heritage will play a huge role in patrolling the South Waco beat.
Okay. Pero lo que le pegó no fue la ven, sino la tabla. Being a Spanish-speaking officer, I would fit in better for the betterment of the city and the citizens, to assist them in Spanish calls. Yeah. As soon as I started speaking Spanish, you could see the relief in their face, where they start opening up and they're more comfortable speaking to me in their language.
He especially enjoys getting the opportunity to educate those who might think they can't call the police when they're in need.
Regardless of your legal status, regardless of language, we are here to assist all the citizens of the community of Waco.
His fellow officers who don't speak Spanish are just as grateful.
She was driving. She was driving, yeah, but he's the one that...
Helping his community comes naturally.
I love it. I tell people all the time, it doesn't even feel like a job.
Even though he never thought policing was in his future,
I would do it all over again.
He wouldn't change it for the world.
It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. It's worth it. Exactamente.
Well, Officer Esqueda is clearly an inspiration to all who know him.
And what many people don't know is that being a police officer isn't what Officer Esqueda started out doing. Up until he entered the police academy, he worked behind the scenes, get this, in TV.
Wow.
MG. He's a highly skilled engineer. But when he received his calling, he answered and hasn't looked back.
That's wonderful. Well, at this time, according to the City of Waco, there are 291 sworn officers serving a population of more than 145,000, and 16.5% of officers employed by the city are Hispanic.
In 2022, in its annual report to the City of Temple, the police department showed 145 sworn officers, of which 8% of those being Hispanic. All of these officers are responsible for the safety and well-being of more than 93,000 people.
In its annual report to the city last year, the Killeen Police Department consisted of 223 sworn officers, with 7 being Hispanic. As a whole, these officers protect and serve almost 160,000 Killeen residents.
Nationally, Data USA reported in 2022, 17.2% of police officers in the U.S. were Hispanic, and that as an ethnic group, they've been joining the ranks of law enforcement at a higher rate than other racial or ethnic groups.